I always has been a language professor. So for me, teaching a language is the heart, when we talk about relationships. You have to communicate in the right way, especially in a second or a third language. So for me, this skill is essential, not just when you are looking for a job, but in life. Right now, it's very important to understand other ways to think, other perspectives. And a way to do that is learning another language. Because, for example, the students, they are more aware about listening, They are more aware about being open to different opinions.
Well, I've had a lot of experience interacting with people from many different backgrounds. One of my experiences here at Morehead was working in the pro se divorce clinic with Professor Christopher Nunley, where we help people who normally can't afford an attorney file for divorce pro se, meaning by themselves. In that place, we learn how to interact with the petitioner or client, and we help them interact with them and communicate effectively to help them file for divorce. Another example, as a cheerleader here at Morehead State, I had the opportunity to work for UCA. It is a cheer organization teaching skills and how to be a cheerleader to a lot of different high schools and colleges. And I traveled across the country teaching high schoolers and colleges how to be a cheerleader. In that, you meet many different people. I've been to Texas, New York, Boston, and where people I normally meet before. And I had to learn how to interact with them and talk to them in a way they understand, and how to use our combined goals to get them to achieve what they want to do on the cheer field or on the floor.
We collaborate a lot with the community, not just the American community, also with the Latinx community. We organize language exchange in the Adult Learning Center. Also, we organize bilingual readings in the public library. And as I said before, we also have this local organization, Concert Citizen for Migrants, and we provide information about health services, education, immigration process. So for my students, it's very important to interact with real people, with real issues.
My name is Xander Mack. I am from Radcliffe, Kentucky, and my major is media production and journalism. What I enjoyed most about the research I was able to do here at Morehead State University was being able to go and just listen to others talk about their culture and where they come from. I felt that I have learned a lot about many people's different cultures, and just being able to see and interview them and listen to them talk about their cultural differences and how they even have similarities to the Appalachian region culture here in Eastern Kentucky was just an experience for me that I really did enjoy. I've had so much hands-on experience doing, being the lead on my own fellowship here and even working with News Center. I believe that having all that hands-on experience can really kind of guide me to be successful in becoming a professional news anchor and journalist here.
I went to attend law school, and there it's very important to be able to just having relationships with people, because if you can't, how are you supposed to represent them if you can't do that? My family has a small business back home, and a lot of what we do is dealing with people. So if we can't do that, how are we going to stay in business or even help our community? Some of the values I learned from my grandmother was never turn someone away. She was always there. She opened her doors in 1955. And she's working into the 21st century. She's never turned anybody down, and it's something that I take away with me into my life in the present. I'm
from Mexico City, and for me, Kentucky, has a lot in common with my country in general, especially, family ties. So for me, being part of this community means a lot because it reminds me about what is living in my own country. Well, seeing my students, to find jobs. I have been in touch with many of them. So they are traveling, they are having a good job in general. They don't have just the Western perspective about what is life or what is a person. Also, they learn, how is a person from another country, and they understand, how to be more empathetic and how to be more open to new ideas and perspectives. So I think that's the best part.